This is Girard Sports Live.
19-18, Trojans holding on to a 1-point lead here with 2:12 to play first quarter. Crane, three, good, there it is. That puts her over 1,000 points. What a moment.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Craw-Can Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance Jenny Collins Agency, Bender on 7, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Bumper to Bumper, Call Service, Chicken Annie's Girard, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Farm Bureau Financial Services, G&W Foods, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, Jagged Edge, Canar Eye Care, Kim Kravitz Photo, Laird Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drugstore, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Paoni Dental, The Producers Co-op Agronomy Center, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, GN Bank, The Market 120, and The Producers Co-op Farm Store.
Oh! Just a crossover and go. I'm faster than you are. Goes to the baseline. I can jump higher too.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
And good Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the regular season finale here of Girard High School basketball and Girard Sports Live as the Girard Trojans make up a ball game here and take on the Baxter Springs Lions. This game was regularly scheduled to be played against Oswego because that's a non-conference game, and this is a conference game that they wanted to make up. The Trojans will welcome in the Baxter Springs Lions instead. I'm sure Baxter had the night off originally, but they'll be playing here in this one, and there is a lot at stake here in this game tonight. We talked a lot about that on Tuesday, that there was a lot on the line in that game as well. Did not go the way for the Trojans as both teams are coming off losses, a rare sweep. I have not seen that since Anderson County. That's the only time that's happened this season. With the Trojans, both teams bouncing back with opportunities for the Trojan men, a chance to win an outright title. It's not going to be shared. It will either be Baxter Springs or it will be Girard as the conference champions. I think Colgan might have a chance, as I say all those words. I think Colgan might have a chance. No. Whoever wins this will have 2 losses in the conference. Colgan has 3, and so Colgan was just playing spoiler in their game the other night. And so the Trojans and Baxter Springs on the boys' side playing for an outright CNC title. Lady Trojans did squander their opportunity to win an outright title, but they can still get a piece of it and share it with Colgan with a win tonight here over Baxter Springs. Baxter Springs Lady Lions coming to this contest at 12-7, 6-5 in the CNC, and they are led by their super junior in Delaney Barnes, a 6'1 junior, went over 1,000 points the other night in her game, their win against Riverton. Lady Trojans come in at 13-5 and 9-2 in the CNC. And again, with a chance to clinch a CNC championship for the third year in a row. They got a 3-way tie a year ago. It would be a 2-way tie with Colgan if they could win one here tonight. These two teams, their game plan, played really good defense. Now that was a breakout game for freshman Faith Poland, and the Lady Trojans have been trying to find a play to play without her since she went down to that Anderson County game with a knee injury. A lot to talk about here tonight, a lot to talk about here on the girls' game. Certainly, Lady Trojans, the number 1 seed in sub-state. Baxter Springs, the number 2 seed. So a good chance these two teams might see each other a week from Saturday. If that's the case, they would both be playing for a chance to go to the state tournament. But they've got tasks in front of them here tonight first. And we're going to have that game for you here in just a little bit. Talk more about that Trojan men team as well and their game and all the storylines to talk about. It should be a heck of a way to end a regular season finale. I'm biased, but it's better than Oswego, where there wouldn't have been any storylines in that ball game. When we come back, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, That's here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocam, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocam has to offer at ckt.net. Come back, talk to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocam. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, oh, it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back to Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for the front side of our final high school basketball doubleheader of the regular season tonight as the Girard Trojans welcome in the Baxter Springs Lions. A heck of a one to end on as we bring in the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. And, Coach, before we talk about this, we're going to go back to Tuesday, whether you want to or not, and talk about a tough loss there at Colvin. It looked like you started out really well, and then things kind of spiraled, and once it got down, it was tough to climb back into that ball game. As you went back and looked at it, could you put your finger on exactly what it was that spelled doom for the Trojans?
Well, we've just been having a ton of injuries and sickness and things like that, kind of subplot or sub-story to that. Jada had been out a full week, and she tried to come back and, go full speed and go through and try to give her somewhat close to her minutes, and she just wasn't able to do that, and she's kind of our engine. So that's something different right out of the gates that you have to contend with. We didn't handle their pressure well. We just didn't do a good job versus them. I feel like we've done a really good job versus pressure, and we're kind of a transition team, so pressure, if we handle it well, kind of can be a very positive thing for us. It gets us out running, and we got a big rotation that we run, and it's a positive thing, but we just didn't handle it well. And then I don't think you can underestimate a group of seniors on senior night that have played for 4 years. Colgan, sometimes you're looking at yourself and you really just discount, hey, they're a really, really good basketball team. And some of the stuff that happened to us, they forced upon us. And if you start making too many excuses or saying too much stuff about yourself, you take away from what was a really good performance. We did a really good job the first time on Farmer and Riddell in that second half, and that was the difference. I felt like we did a good job on Riddell, but we didn't do a great job on Farmer, and then we let the Cedeno girl hit her threes, and that's what she's good at. And when you do that, it's hard to keep up. As I said before, we're a defensive team, and if we're not near perfect on the defensive end against good basketball teams, we're going to struggle to win that game. So we just didn't have a good defensive plan.
As you look at this point in the season, it starts to become, obviously about the X's and O's and execution and stuff, but it's a war of attrition as well. And certainly for you guys here, 3 games in 4 days and with a little bit of a shorter bench because of those injuries. As you look at this, your thoughts on kind of where your team is mentally and physically getting ready to wrap things up here in the regular season?
Well, again, we're beat up. We're in transition. We have players back that were hurt earlier in the year, sick earlier in the year. We've lost players that are not coming back. So it's kind of made this year about 2 or 3 different seasons in one. This is how we can play with this group. This is how we can play with this group. I'm really hoping, I think Britley would be a key for us to get her back on track. She's been back for a couple games and still just working into that game shape. She could be a critical piece to a run that we make, and just overall taking care of business. The first things first, for us to have a chance at any game, we've got to execute our defensive game plan. And if we do that, then we've got a chance. And then within that, when you're playing a good team, you've got to execute your offense, and they're going to put you and keep you in the half court if they're a good defensive team as well. So we've got to do a good job in the half court, and hopefully we do that tonight.
Baxter Springs, a team you guys saw earlier in the season, and really put together a nice game against them. Obviously, lessons learned there, although you might be a little bit different team than you were when you played them at their place. As you look at this game specifically, what are the things you got to do? Obviously, Delaney Barnes has got to continue to be a focus for you, and she went over 1,000 points for her career as a junior, so certainly she's got what it takes. What do you look at this game with the Lions, and what's it going to take to get the win?
Well, that's the thing is they kind of hit they had a valley in the middle of the season where they had trouble scoring, and they're not having trouble scoring now. The Barnes girls scoring 30-plus, multiple 30-plus games. The Underhill girl that's a senior, she's probably maybe one of the most underrated players in the league that kind of flies under the radar because of Barnes and all the attention he gets to Barnes. And she's had in the 20s in recent games. So, and then they've just got a nice supporting cast that have been all playing for a year. They really didn't lose anybody off of last year's team, and they're really starting to gel. And this is the right time of year. This is the time you want to gel. So they're a very, very tall order for us. They handed Colgan their only other loss this season, so they're a tough draw, and we're going to have to play really, really well. I do feel fortunate that we are playing at home. I feel like we play really, really well at home.
Yeah, well, it'll be nice to be back in Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, and obviously going to be there to start sub-state as well. We'll talk more about that after the conclusion of your ball game and talk about those seedings, but the number 1 seed in that you get, and hopefully that helps parlay into a long week next week. Coach, we appreciate your time as always, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, keys of the game, starting lineup, opening tip-off from Girard, the regular season finale. With the Trojans against the Lions tonight on Girard Sports Live.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays. 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is a first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
It may be cold outside, but you can stay warm and cozy inside with help from Girard Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. We have a great selection of furniture, including mattresses and sofa sets. And if you need a recliner, this is the place to be. Now is a great time to shop at Girard Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics.
Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090. Back out here live, Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. The side of this one is the Girard Trojans get set to take on the Baxter Springs Lions. The Girard Lady Trojans and Lions both vying for the end of the season on a really good note as we get ready to go into sub-state action coming up next week. Of course, the Lady Trojans still with a chance to get a CNC title, and we hope they can do that here tonight against Baxter Springs. Take a look at our area matchups. Area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're in the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Timken bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. And only one other game scheduled for tonight. I don't believe there's any makeup games either. And that's Columbus at Cherokee Southeast there in a non-conference ball game with Columbus. And so not a whole lot on the docket, but it is sub-state time and sub-state action coming up on Monday. Look at that girls sub-state bracket. Again, the Trojans will play on Monday. Both teams are going to be hosting Riverton, so it worked out pretty well where they get a doubleheader. Everybody else has to play Monday, and the boys will play Tuesday. And then if the ladies were to win, and we expect them to do so, we would be playing on Thursday at Caney Valley, and so we will see how things transpire coming up on Monday. The boys' side, if you see Lady Trojans, would be looking to play either Cherryville or the host, Caney Valley. I think the ladies could not have asked for a better draw to make Baxter Springs, Galena, Columbus, and Frontenac sort it out. Two of Baxter's conference losses came to Galena, the number 7 seed. And so the matchups on that side of the bracket are very tough. I would not be surprised to see Frontenac come out of there. I wouldn't be surprised to see any of those teams come out of that side of the bracket. On the boys' side of things, Trojan men, I think, also got a little bit of a draw and helped out by losing, honestly, the other night. You can't get coach to say that, but that's what I was thinking, because otherwise they're the 1 seed. They'd be playing a number 8 Frontenac. We talked about that in the broadcast a little bit. And then Galena to Cherryville, not too bad. But the Trojans playing Riverton, and then they would play either Columbus or Caney Valley. And so the Trojans will be looking, I think, pretty as well. Hopefully get a win over Riverton, although that Riverton team was scrappy the other night. And so we'll see if that's a factor as the Trojans play the backside of that doubleheader coming up on Monday. That's a look around the area brought to you by Bumper to Bumper. Time to take a look at our Kim Kravitz photo shot of the game. Kim Kravitz Photo is a boutique photography studio specializing in high school and senior pictures, sports photography. Let Kim capture your memories. Learn more at KimKravitzPhoto.com or call 620-704-7474. And a good look of a Brooklyn tally. Dale and I both pointed out the other night that in a game where it seemed like some of the Lady Trojans were struggling to get motivated, Brooklyn always brings the energy, and you can see it on her face right there. And they'll need more of that tonight. She's gotten more extended playing time since Faith Poland went out of the ball game and that injury. And so Brooklyn, some tenacity there from her. Lady Trojans still warming up here inside Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We'll step away, take another break. We come back, we'll have your starting lineup. We'll have some keys to the game, and we'll get ready for tip-off here from Girard Trojans and the Lions tonight on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student-athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Back at her Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, Girard Lady Trojans get ready to take on the Baxter Springs Lions. I mentioned a minute ago the Trojan men taking on Baxter Springs. This is one of 2 losses the Trojans have had in conference when these two met back several weeks ago. Baxter Springs won that one 62-75, and the Trojans looked anemic at times. Of course, Caleb Muya was unstoppable by 35 points. Carter Dorr was the only other guy in double figures with 10. And so the rest of the team combined for 25 points. Caleb had 35. Going to have a better performance than that here tonight if the Trojans from everybody else. Baxter Springs, they're not unbeatable, 16-3 on the season, 9-2. Last KBCA polls came out. The Trojans are 5, Baxter Springs 7, so this is a game of 2 of the high-profile teams in Class 3A. We'll have that in just a little bit. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you by our good friends at the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. For Baxter Springs, it'll be 14. Cassidy Schaefer, 5'10 senior. Number 15, Allie Fry, a sophomore. Number 20, Briley Rice, a sophomore. Number 21, Abby Underhill. You heard Coach talk about her a little bit. I think she's one of the underrated players in Southeast Kansas. She's the one of 2 seniors in the starting lineup. And then number 24, Delaney Barnes, 6'1 junior, coming off a game where she scored over her 1,000th point, and she's still got a year of basketball to play. Her mom scored over 2,000 when she was at Baxter Springs. So a little bit of lineage there. Head coach is Corey White. For the Lady Trojans, JoJo Ferguson. Tori Thomas going to get the start here on senior night, the 5'4 senior. Number 12, Kinsey Smith. Number 13, Drake Worrell. And number 32, Kaylin Flaherty. Those are your starting lineups. We'll step away and take a final timeout before tip-off here as the Trojans look to battle the Lions.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows.
Back out here, the Baxter Springs Lions here in this regular season finale. It's a big matchup here in Southeast Kansas tonight. And one of the few matchups, in fact, here in Southeast Kansas tonight. Opening tip-off is always brought to you by Lariat Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Lariat Ceramics, great gift ideas. They have got great supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or sign up for classes. Lariat Ceramics, 620-724-8442. Basketball season seems to go on forever, and then it's over. And that's how this season seems like it has progressed. It's been a good one so far. Battling with some internet issues here tonight, so bear with us as we do get through the evening. Hopefully we can stay with you for a while. Opening tip going to be won by the Lions. They'll move it from left to right. Underway here in this one. Move it around off left side for Schaefer. Schaefer, I think, is underrated too. They've got some players here in Baxter. Their record, for whatever reason, does not seem. I can't understand why their record is what it is, 12-7, with some of the talent they've got on this team. But Trojans, it took everything they had in that first matchup they had back in January. Looking to drive for Underhill. She goes baseline, gets cut off there on that baseline. Now attacking Fry. She'll force up a shot, no good. Rebound, loose ball. Kinsey Smith on the floor with it. She'll throw it around the world. Lodi Trojans going to get their first offensive possession. Again, senior night, and so Tori Thomas getting that start. She'd have it on the right wing. No Jada Valley thus far because of that. And nearly thrown away by Ferguson. She'll get to reset. And again, trying to go down inside for Flaherty. They are packed in tight on her. Basically, players all around the paint. Ferguson will move over to the right corner. Kick over, long possession here. Both teams really had some extended time on offense. Handoff. Ferguson will push one up. It was touched by Baxter. Earl saves it for some reason. I think she saw it. Now Fry up off the glass and good. So Baxter going to start this game off with the lead. Thomas was on the right wing, and a 5 count going to be called on her. Holding too long on that side. She'll go out. Another senior checks in the ball game, Gabby Sands. And Jada Valley would come in and replace JoJo Ferguson. Inbound. Trojans put a little pressure in the backcourt. Riley Rice going to bring it up the floor. Give away Underhill. Loose ball stolen away by the Trojans. Quick hands there to poke that one out. Trojans want to run with it. In that game against Baxter Springs, Jada had herself a night, and she did a lot of it on those fast breaks, getting to the basket. She played well in that win. Here's a 3, top of the key. Kinsey Smith, no good. Knocked it out of bounds, last touched by Delaney Barnes. It'll go out and back to the Lady Trojans, or stay with the Lady Trojans. Tally in, short into the ball game, their first minutes of the night. And Brittany Bailey into the ball game quickly. So full, fresh 5 on the floor from what we started with 3 minutes ago, less than 3 minutes ago. They've got a pretty tight rotation they stick with. There's mishandled pass from Valley to the Lady Trojans, Gabby Sands, and it'll go back to Baxter. Fry will bring it up the floor. Off right side for Rice. Here's a 3 up, no good. Trying to get position underneath. Here for Rice to reset. Now Fry will go. Little runner in the paint. Up, no good. Knocked around. And last touch by Brittany Bailey. Just couldn't grab it on the rebound and swatted it out of bounds. There's a shot, no good. And Brown there off the shot. Tough break for the Trojans, and it results in a 3 by Fry, and she's gotten all 5 of their points so far. Trojans on offense, good look inside for Short, up and good. Foul going to be called on the paint.
Fouls on number 4, Jada Valley. First personal. Trojans, team foul number 1.
There's a little runner in the paint with a left hand. Barnes, no good. And then up, it went underneath the backside of the backboard. They tried to save it and hit the bottom side of the backside of the backboard and went the other direction. Went off of really Bailey, and another tough break for the Trojans here on the defensive end. See how this one goes. They're going to say it's off of Jada Valley, and it'll go back to the Lady Lions here with 3:17 to go in this first quarter. (5-2) early going to this one. Good bet so far offensively. Shot no good. Rebound by Short. Here come the Trojans. Jada nearly lost it. On the right wing. Trojans will keep the basketball as a foul's called on Abby Underhill. We're having issues with internet here. If you lose this broadcast, go to our website. We should be back it up and running. Hopefully, we're going to shut her down here at quarter and see if we can't square that away. Not exactly sure what's different here tonight, but location change. We tried to move up higher. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but I'm as superstitious as anybody. There's a shot by Ferguson, no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Barnes. Here come the Lady Lions again up in front on the right side. Controlled by Rice. Here's a three from the corner by Schaefer, no good. Knocked around, loose ball, pulled out of there by Barnes, and then Caitlin Flaherty just rips it out of her hands. Outlet. Trojans have numbers, need to take advantage of it here. Up the floor they go. Ball knocked to the bounds, last touched by Fry. It'll stay with the Lady Trojans. Ferguson inbound from underneath their own basket. Knocked out of bounds by Underhill. It'll stay with the Trojans again. They played back in January. It was 35-32 on the final, and we are well on our way to being around that point again. Here 5-2 in the first quarter, under 2 minutes to go. High post for Flaherty. She'll face, needs to drive. She will. Go right in on it. Good move. Gets the roll, no. Loose ball, to be determined. Comes out of there with it. Going the other way is Rice. And she's going to be fouled on the floor. I think they're going to call it on Jada, which will be her second. It is. That's a tough break for the Lady Trojans. Already get her in foul trouble. Let's say minute 28 to play. That already working on the near side official a little bit. Underhill in the paint. Shot up, good, and the foul. Underhill got the rebound, or got the inbound, and went to work. A nice move. Ferguson with it on the left wing. There's Worrell. Shot up, no good. Defense by Baxter to get back and at least cut that one off. Shot up and good by Osmus. Seven-4. A little bit of momentum going to the end of the quarter. Osmus just scoops off. Flaherty goes right back to her. And then went right down there. So shot was no good, rather. Should go to the free throw line and shoot, too.
Foul on number 15. Allie Fry, first personal, Baxter team foul, number 2.
First one. Free throw is good. 2 seconds. Trojans might try to get a stop here. And that's the end of the first quarter. Again, we're going to try something out here and see if we can't get our internet working a little bit better. If you lose us, go to our website, GirardSportsLive.com. Should be there when we get back up and running. back out here, hopefully got things sorted out. Certainly looks better. Anytime you got computers going and a couple of hillbillies from Walnut running things, anything can happen. Lady Trojans, though, looking to maybe take their first lead in the ballgame, and they do. As Jada Valley knocks down both free throws. Trojans have been able to get to the free throw line a little bit here of late. And Girard takes their first lead in the ballgame here, 6.5 to go in the second quarter. Baxter Springs trying to work it down inside. Shot up and good on Flaherty. She's already got 2 fouls, and Chloe Wilson went right at her. And Baxter grabs the lead right back. 6:07 to go. Low scoring contest so far here tonight. Good pass, backside, up and good. That's across the lane from high to low. That's some good vision there from Jada Valley, and Flaherty gets her first bucket. Trojans back in front. And in here steal. Jump ball, that'll be in favor of the Lions.
Returning to the lineup for Girard, number 12, Kinsey Smith, 15, Brooklyn Talley, and 21, Brittany Bailey.
Bailey in, Smith in, and Gabby Sands comes in. Brooklyn Talley into the contest as well as the Trojans. So they have a set rotation, but it's kind of been a platoon situation for them. It'll stay with the Lions here with 5:38 to go in the first half. I'm glad we tried it.
Well, you know, if we don't try it, we never know.
Dump off inside for Wilson. She lost it out of bounds. It was blocked, I think, from behind by Brooklyn Talley. But it'll stay with the Lions once again. Barnes steps around, shot of the way. Bounce around, no good. Wilson's going to be fouled as Talley, if that's Jada Valley, that's her third. Underneath on the rebound, she's backing into her, and Jada suddenly has 3 fouls, and that's a problem for the Trojans. We saw this little dog and pony show at Anderson County, and it did not work out well for the Trojans. There's a stop and a steal, though, by Girard. Here comes Valley up in front. I was surprised Coach on that dead ball did not get her out of the ball game. Smith all alone, 3 on the way. No good. That's why you follow your shot. And gathered up by the Lions. Good trap, nearly thrown away. Right place, right time for Kenia Kukowski. Here's a deep 3 by Barnes, no good. And rebound out by Wilson. Talley steps in front of it, diving on the ground, saves it. Not to her benefit. Underhill just the beneficiary, and up and good. And Baxter back in front. Coach, I think, calling that timeout, if nothing else, to get Jada Valley out of the ballgame. Timeout, we'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
4:37 to go in this first half. 11-10 your score. Trojans and Lions have been in a good one so far, back and forth. Here in this second quarter, there's already been 4 lead changes. Both teams very patient at half court. Talley going to catch it. She'll drive right on and attack it and get the contact and the foul. I think Talley, too, she's young. And what she doesn't know, that's a pretty good player that she turned face and just drove on. And sometimes the naivete of a young player just makes him play free and fun. And she took it right at Delaney Barnes that time, and her first foul. She's going to miss the free throw, however. Jada Valley does check out at the whistle. Michaela Osmus is going to come in for her. Second one is up and good by Talley, and All the lead changes, that's our first tie. Trojans put some pressure on in backcourt. Get it across to Barnes on the left side. Kick, and that's a walk. And they don't call it. Loose ball. Last touch out of bounds off of Baxter. All tied up at 11. 4:07 to play. Osmus. Now Gabby thought about it. Good closeout by Underhill. Bailey begging for it. Shot up, no good. Talley crashing the boards. Oh, blocked from behind by Wilson and pulled out of there by Barnes. Here come the Lions once again. 3:42 to go first half. Underhill on the left wing. Kick for Krakowski. She'll pull the trigger on one, no good. Rebound, no, pulled out of there easily by Rice. Her first bucket of the ball game breaks this tie. (13 to 11). High post for Bailey. Stolen by Wilson, and she'll be blocked. But a foul going to be called on Gabby Sands. Wilson knocks down the first one.
Back in the game for Girard, 2, Jordan Ferguson, 13, Greg Worrell, and 32, Kaylin Flaherty. And Wilson, good for 2.
Wilson made both free throws. Little bunny at the free throw line, up and good. For Flaherty, pull it back to a 2-point contest. And going to the rim is Underhill. So the Trojans, kind of what they did last night where they picked somebody to guard. That's Delaney Barnes in this one. But the role players and extra players went to work for Colgan 2 nights ago. And that's what's happening here as Underhill's going. Up and under. JoJo trying to get one to go. Wilson's been a factor in the paint as well. Running the floor, Barnes. Scoop with the right hand. They're going to say she walked. Little stutter step. Yep. Fry going to check out. Check in, rather. Out goes Rice. They put the points up there. I don't think. Did they? I don't think they should have. Maybe I missed one. I think I did miss one. Off right side. JoJo trying for 3. No good. Rebound by Worrell. Her putback's no good. Trojans were ice cold shooting the other night against Colgan, and they've not been all that great here tonight either. Trojans will get the ball on the alternating possession. Nearly stolen away. It is stolen away, and a foul probably going to be called on Ferguson. It's her first. Team foul number 7, so shooting free throws will be Abby Underhill. Front side of the 1-on-1's no good for Underhill. Trojans get the rebound. Here they come. Underhill has 6 points already here. In the low scoring one, 6 points a lot.
Back to the lineup for Baxter, number 14, Cassidy Schaefer, and number 20, Riley Rice.
Osmus threw it away. Krakowski with the steal. Finish. Good. 19-13. 6 points, the largest lead of the ball game for either team. Trojans have led momentarily a couple of times. JoJo trying to answer right back for three. No good. Rebound Flaherty. She'll put it up. No call. And gathered up by Barnes. Trojans need to get back. Underhill on Sands. Blocked by Gabby. Blocked hard. It's going to send Underhill to the free throw line to shoot two. Gabby Sands picks up her second personal foul. There appears to be, and this is observational, lack of confidence with the Lady Trojans. And it was apparent the other night, and it seems to be apparent here tonight at times, certainly on the offensive end of the floor, just not a ton of confidence. The shots that are being taken don't have a lot of juice under them.
It's almost like we don't have a true leader out there. You know, there's no rock to lean on right now, and Trojans are still searching for it.
And one of your top scoring threats is on the bench with 3 fouls as well with Jada Valley. I wouldn't expect to see her now. Underhill. Missed one, made one. Seven-point lead. High post for Flaherty. There's a backside. Underhill just drills Flaherty. Shot up and good, though. On a center towards the goal. Trojans trying to get a stop here. One final stop with 7.3 to play. Shot up, no good. Rebound Flaherty. 3 seconds. Kick. And that'll be the end of the first half. We'll continue to struggle with the internet. We're going to send it to break and try to figure out the issue when we return on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educators
with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Here we go, back underway in this second half. The Girard Lady Trojans right now trailing by their largest margin as we are underway here in this second half. Trojans trail 22-15, matching their largest deficit of the ball game. Valley, first offensive possession of the second half, up by Gabby Sands, no good. Rebound, good one by Flaherty. She'll drive right at Barnes, no kick it. Trojans, I think, need to be more aggressive in that situation right there. Got to take it to the basket. If you get that close, try to at least get her in some foul.
Foul number 14, Cassidy Schaefer. First personal. Rebound and a basket for Girard. Number 32, Kaylin Flaherty.
Flaherty knocks down the bucket. Still battling with the machine in front of me. Trojans need to stop defensively. They're not going to get it here as a foul is going to be called on the Lady Trojans. Going to send Cassidy Shaver to the free throw line to shoot. She's yet to score in this ball game. Schaefer. Flaherty knocked that one down. She's got 8 points in the contest.
Baxter, number 14, Cassidy Schaefer.
Other end of the floor, Kenzie Smith.
Trojans number 12, Kinsey Smith.
Knocks it down. And ball knocked out of bounds by Gabby Sands. It'll stay with the Lady Lions. There's a stop the Trojans needed desperately. High post for Flaherty. Drive, kick back outside. Gabby, another three on the way. This one off the mark as well. Trojans contact head-to-head there with, I think, Jada Valley. And it's her fourth foul. And Jada's got to recognize the situation, recognize that that was a bad spot, and they were going over there. I don't know if she necessarily knew they were going at her, but you got to recognize you got 4 fouls. You just have to not play as aggressive. It's hard for her because that's how she plays all the time. But as she grows and gets more mature, she's going to understand when and when not to play with those 3 fouls and not to be so aggressive. Approaching the midway point here. Driving, Underhill, off the glass, good. She's been the X factor for the Lions here in this ball game so far. Trojans need to make a bucket. If they want to try to climb back in this one, they need to make something happen offensively. Halfway through the third quarter, Trojans haven't broke 20. Down inside for Bay. Outlet Underhill. Here she goes. Shot up, no good. Trailing behind, I think it was Talley going to get called for that one. That's going to send Underhill to the free throw line to shoot. First one's no good. She hasn't shot very well from the free throw line, just 1 of 4 from the charity stripe. Missed them both badly, kind of. But long rebound. Gathered up by Underhill. She'll get another crack at it. And a walk. That'll be the call against Baxter Springs. 3:32 to go in this third quarter. Lady Trojans trail by 6. Drive. And she's going to say she walked on it. Lady Trojans wrestling her on the floor, getting away with a lot of backing. Underhill, turn around, partially blocked. Rebound, though, by Schaefer. Her putback is no good, but she's fouled. Lions have just been more aggressive. Still fighting with some internet issues, but we got ourselves a dandy now. It's been a kind of a low-scoring affair. Trojans with some heavy momentum late in the quarter. A 3-point bucket with just about a second left in the third quarter by Drake Worrell from way downtown. And Lady Trojans just dominating on the boards as well. As you see there, Serena Short. The youngsters have given a little bit of a juice. Serena Short had a run out to tie this ball game at 25 to start this fourth quarter. And now the Lady Trojans sit here with this opportunity to take back the lead. Still with a chance to take the lead back for Serena Short. Missed it. Opportunity. Foul going to be called on Brittany Bailey over the back. So it's 10 team fouls now on the Lady Trojans. So that's going to send Chloe Wilson to the free throw line to shoot 2. Missed the first one. Nobody shot particularly well in this ball game. Is that metal plate in your head causing problems with the?
Probably.
She
probably is.
I can blame you. I'm trying to figure out a way to blame you for it, Dale. Baxter Springs back in front by 1. Trojans with the basketball. 7:06 to go here in the fourth quarter. Drive. Bailey trying to get some contact. Can't get it. Flaherty's there with the rebound. Her putback's no good. They have let him flat bang it out, and Flaherty walked with it, and I thought for a second she was going to get away with it. She thought for a second she was going to get away with it. Trojans put some pressure on in the backcourt. Jada Valley playing with 4 fouls. Smith going to get called with that foul. Trying to keep it from being an easy one. I don't have a problem with that foul. So at the free throw line is Bradley Rice, and the bank's open. That's Krakowski, rather. Kennedy Krakowski at the free throw line. Knocks that one down. And that one, in the strangest of ways, both ways she shot that. Free throws got them to go back to a three-point contest. Lady Trojans trailed by as many as 7 in this game. There's a near steal, but out of bounds is Rice, so it'll stay with the Lady Trojans with 6:32 to go. Throw it in there for Bailey. Kickoff, threw it away. Bailey's got to have some confidence going that left side. Just go right at Barnes. Barnes is 6 foot, 6'1". She's a good-sized girl down in there, but Trojans have failed to do that. Coach needs a timeout. Not going to take it. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touched. Underhill's been the factor in this one. I have a theory on all this internet stuff whenever we go to break.
All right, I'll
you
wait
won't
for
believe it. Bounce pass in there, turn around. There it is. That's that confidence we want to see from Brittany Bailey. Going up to get it. Drive Underhill, poked out late by Valley. Close out. Stripped by Smith. Here's Bailey. It's going to be a jump ball. That'll be in favor of the Lions. They've let them get away with reaching in. They've let them get away with about everything here tonight. Down inside Underhill, shot no good. Rebound Wilson. Her putback's no good. Loose ball into the hands of Bailey. Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Baxter. I picked a great night to try a new location, didn't I?
Yeah, we shouldn't have. Probably shouldn't have moved.
Why didn't you tell me that? You're supposed to be the conscience of this whole operation.
You're the boss of this whole operation.
There's our problem. Now we found the weak link. What a move by Kaylin Flaherty. She stepped up huge tonight. She's had herself a ball game for the Lady Trojans. Back to a one-point contest, 30-29, 5:21 to play. Right side for, and the timeout going to be taken by Coach White. We'll take it along with him. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Camera, you're right in the middle of it.
5:11 to go here in the ball game, 30-29. Headphones, computer, camera. People still think they can talk to you.
People still, yeah.
Yeah. What about this right now tells me I'm wanting to have a conversation.
Well, you're having a conversation, but it's with yourself most of the game, and it'll be all right.
Oh, that's most of my day, most of my life. Coach White calls a timeout, tries to draw something up here. 5:11 to go, still an eternity in this ball game. It's been a little stop and go throughout portions of this night, but it turned into a little run there late in the third quarter by the Lady Trojans. They started out the fourth quarter, tying this game up at 25. Underhill with it out high. Coach might have been drawing up a little bit of a stall game here for the final 40. 4:48. Barnes. To the right wing. We've seen this before. It's usually the white team in white that has done this at this point in the fourth quarter. You got to measure your Jada Valley. You definitely got to measure how aggressive you are jumping passing lanes. You just one step too far and you run into somebody, you're out of the ball game, and they need her for the final 4:12. Approaching a minute into this possession. One of these times, she might time it just right, too. Well, if you enjoy this, do nothing. If you don't enjoy this, just go to www.kshsaa.org and you can get the address to Kansas High School Activity Association and write them a letter about the need for a shot clock in high school basketball. Whoop. I'm going to pull. I don't have no hair, Dale. I'm going to pull my hair out.
Every other sport has a shot clock.
Play clock.
Or even in wrestling, you get called for stalling.
Shot up by Schaefer. They got the look they wanted, and they finished it. I think they were just going to wait for the right look, and they took advantage of it. It worked. That's why I'd like to see a stalling call in basketball. I'd call it on every possession that went longer than 30 seconds. 4 new bodies into the ball game for the Trojans. Out goes Bailey, Flaherty, Short, and Osmus. In comes Talley, Worrell, Smith, and Sands with 2:51 to play. Trojans down by 3. Knocked out of bounds, knocked about 6 rows deep. In for Valley. My number's not going to be very accurate fighting with some of the stuff we've done, but, Talley wide open. Trojans not able to see it. Worrell thought about it. Trojans going to take their time. 2:27 to play in this ball game. Here's Worrell, 3 on the way. That one's well off the mark. She swished the one to end the third quarter. But that one, no good, and then a foul. It's going to send the Lions to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's going to send the sophomore, Briley Rice, to the stripe. And it's a two-shot foul because they're in the double bonus. Luckily for the Trojans it is, because they didn't do a very good job boxing out. But why would they? They weren't supposed to.
Right. Relax.
2:20 to play here in the ball game. Here's the second one. That's a big one. Makes it a 4-point contest. 33-29. Trojans need a bucket here. Probably need her to go. Up inside. Help comes from the backside. Well played defensively there by the Lions. Trojans needed that bucket. They need to stop here desperately. They're going to go back to their stall game, which now at this point I do not blame them all that much. And Smith going to go foul Rice and send her to the free throw line. Kinsey's third personal foul, team foul. Number 10, again, they're over the bonus. And Rice knocks down that one. Trojans have not lost back-to-back games all season long, but they have lost 3 out of the last 5. It's been a rough little stretch here for the Lady Trojans. And it's a 5-point game, 35-29. Need to have a little bit of a sense of urgency because they'll wind this clock down. Dump off inside Flaherty. She walked with it, got away with it. There's a bounce pass. Tally, a little off balance. Up and good. What a good look. A nice look there by Flaherty. 34-31. Up in front court, Schaefer. Here's Barnes. Backside. Barnes has not made very many, if any, baskets. I don't have her for any, but I missed long portions of this game. But there's a steal. Kinsey Smith, the steal. Kinsey, layup. Good! Coach going to put some pressure on here. Back to a 1-point game, under a minute to play. Flaherty, bodies. Smith with it again. Kinsey going to drive. And then she's going to be fouled. A timeout going to be taken by Coach Herlocker. Kinsey Smith, what a big steal there for the Trojans. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 30. We're back at 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Well, it's been a rough night for Girard Sports Live crew, but I think hopefully we've got things sorted out. And it's been a big night of high school basketball. This place is starting to fill up almost all the way. There's pockets of seats, but good crowd. Hopefully we got a good crowd watching as well. I haven't ran you off with our shenanigans. But the Trojans making this a ball game. They've got the basketball with 48.6 seconds. This was a 5-point game just a moment ago. And then a steal and a run-out layup by Kinsey Smith. And then a ball was thrown in, and the Trojans, I don't know who caused it, but Smith ended up with the basketball, tried to draw some contact. Went the inbound under the basket. Coach White fired up about something, about where the ball's, I think, supposed to be.
He's saying it was a made basket. It's their ball.
No, it was a made basket, then they inbounded, and then Kinsey had the basket. Let's Girard basketball. I think he's confused. Sands try to get it in. Throw it in deep for Valley. Here's the question. You work for the final shot. Trojans have not been real consistent offensively. Valley going to drive, kick, whirl, set, three on the way. No good. There's Flaherty. Rebound. Oh, she is not fouled. That is terrible. Tons of contact. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach White with 25.7 seconds to play.
Wow.
She had a great rebound, put herself in a great position to get a rebound and put back, and just did not get the call underneath in the paint. Now, to their credit, I guess they have been super physical all night long and let them play in the paint. Trojans need another stop. We'll see if they can get it when we return on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Tough break for the Trojans not to get a foul call on that putback, but they'll still have a chance here in this one. It's almost like there's something on the line. Some of the energy we've seen here of late. Trojans it'll be line basketball. Trojans need a turnover. They'll get it into Rice. Rice nearly walked with it. They nearly threw it away. Back outside 20 seconds. And now Smith's going to have to foul Fry. They almost got the turnover they were looking for, did the Lady Trojans. And so sophomore at the free throw line. Miss it. So you're saying there's a chance. Fry rather. Trojans need a rebound here if she misses it. Can't get the easy putback. She makes it, catches the back iron. A 2-point contest. Coach White wants another timeout. It's a 30. Woo! It's crazy, too, because these two teams are going to be the 1-2 seeds in the sub-state. And Trojans got the best of them at their place. Lady Trojans won this game when they played them back in late January and beat them 35-32 in that game. That was that little stretch where the Trojans were making everything hard, really close games. They've had quite a few this season that have been that way. And if all things work out like we hope they do, this could be a preview of a Saturday night matchup in Caney, Kansas. Trojans will have the basketball. 18.2 seconds. Throw it in for Smith. Kinsey, the highest three-point shooting on the team is Smith. Jada off to Whirl. Here's Sands. Back to Whirl. Point-blank range. Whirl off the back iron, no good. And a jump ball with 2 seconds going to be called. And that is in favor of the Trojans. Well, now you're working for 2. Coach must be out of timeouts. Otherwise, this would be where you'd call it. This is the time people stand up, so our clock cam in a bad spot. Throw it. Shot up. No good. She had a look at it. Just couldn't quite get it to go, and the Trojans will fall here in this one, in a tough one. 35-33. The final score here as the Trojans fall to Baxter Springs here on senior night. A heartbreaker for the Lady Trojans on senior night. Some frustration on the faces of those Lady Trojans. And again, the first time they've had back-to-back losses all season long. Trojans will have certainly some motivation to get back to a championship in the sub-state. Whether they'll face Baxter, who knows? Whether they'll make it there, who knows? But they'll have their opportunity coming up next week. But tonight, that's no consolation. As they make a run down the stretch of this ball game, they keep it close. But this time, the Lions come out on top. That also for the Lady Trojans squanders their opportunity for a CNC title, as it looks like Colgan will win that outright with that loss right there. And so a lot on the line. You play for it. Come up a little bit short tonight. We'll come back, talk more about it here as we kick off the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah's bringing 10 years of industry experience back to her hometown. Give Leah a call at 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. We'll talk more about this when we return on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
I am no longer living the life on the sideline watching everybody else enjoy those things I want to do. I am doing those things now. I am doing things that I only dreamed of doing for the longest time. I'm truly living the life I've always wanted.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
Going through senior night activities here inside Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Not ideal for this evening for the ladies, as the Lady Trojans do fall here tonight 35-33 at the hand of the Baxter Springs Lions. That loss drops them to 13-6 on the year, 9-3 in the CNC, and knocks them out of that CNC championship opportunity. That will be shared solely by Colgan. Now, the caveat to that is the Panthers did not make up their game with Frontenac, which these last few days of the season are for making up games, and they do not do that. So they'll have one less game on their schedule. They will win the conference at 9-2. Lady Trojans will lose at 9-3. So your argument would be, if you're a Trojan fan and biased, if they play that game against Frontenac and they lose, then you do get a share of the title. If they win, obviously doesn't happen, but allegedly that's not going to happen in a makeup game, and so a tough break there for the Lady Trojans in that one. This game started out, Lady Trojans trailed 7-5 after one quarter, trailed 20-15 at halftime, had trailed by as many as 7 times in that second quarter. Came into the third quarter and just kind of started to chip away a little bit. Pulled it to within 4. It went back to 6. And then a run down the stretch of that third quarter. A couple of big shots of steel. And a layup. And then to start the fourth quarter, a layup by Serena Short made it 25-25. And then it was on from that point. Trojans never did grab the lead, but did have an opportunity to get the win. They had it with 34-33, couldn't get one off, and then 35-33 got it with 2 seconds underneath their basket and ended up dropping it here in this one. Don't have any final stats because I was hassling to try to get something else going. Looks like we've got those issues squared away, so hopefully should be good to go for the rest of this broadcast for the boys game. And again, senior night activities here inside Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Make sure you join us coming up on Monday as sub-state action does get underway, as the ladies will be playing Riverton in that first game, 6 p.m. set start time on that one. And the boys will play following, as they will host Riverton as well. Look at that boys bracket. Trojans will be the number 2 seed. They've seeded those before this game was played. And so the Trojans hopefully get a win and look to play either Caney Valley or Columbus in that semifinal game. Again, those will be held at Caney Valley. They're the host of this sub-state. We'll take another break here on the post-game show. Come back and wrap things up. Get ready to go on to the pregame show as we get ready for this boys contest. That's next here on the Leah Smith Agency post-game show on Girard Sports Live.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is a first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It cannot be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and print, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You. Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Back out here on the Leah Smith Agency post-game show here on Girard Sports Live. Going to get entertained here by some youngsters here in the post-game show here as the Girard Lady Trojans do try to bounce back and get one late, but unable to do so. And then you got to turn around and go right out there and do all the senior day activities. And so a tough one for the Lady Trojans. But good news is they still get to play on Monday and hopefully keep going. And then who knows what happens in the sub-state competition. The Lady Trojans fall here 35-33. That's going to do it for our Leah Smith Agency post-game show. The Lady Trojans fall here. Hopefully the Trojan men can do more. So much on the line for that men's game as well. An outright CNC title is on the line as the Trojans do that, and a little bit of bragging rights going into that sub-state tournament where the Trojans are the number 1 seed or number 2 seed, and the Baxter Springs Lions are the number 1 seed. We'll step away, take another quick break. We'll come back, kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
It may be cold outside, but you can stay warm and cozy inside with help from Girard Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. We have a great selection of furniture, including mattresses and sofa sets. And if you need a recliner, this is the place to be. Now is a great time to shop at Girard Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Back out here on the Leah Smith Agency post-game show, the Girard Lady Trojans fall here in a tough one at the hands of the Baxter Springs Lions, 35-33. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Erlacher. And sorry, Coach, I moved on you and made you walk up here, but that's a tough one for your team. Obviously, with so much on the line here tonight, and it's on senior night and all that stuff, so I'm sure the emotions were pretty raw there in the locker room. But a game where it's kind of abbreviated because it's going to be low scoring, long possessions, and you just feel like your opportunities are few and far between. Both teams really made that late run in the third quarter to make it a contest, and then it was down the stretch. Just whoever had it last, kind of there for a while. Tough one for you.
Yeah, you know, we made a lot of mistakes, I think, in that first half, and we fouled too much in the second half, and you know, that set us up a little bit behind the eight ball. I thought the girls played their hearts out tonight. You know, our seniors, 4 great years with them. We still got time left, but you realize on nights like tonight that the time is drawing short. And, you know, I believe everything happens for a reason. Man, I wish I knew what it was right now, but I'm proud of my girls. Wouldn't trade them for anything.
Well, the reason, I mean, one could be that you're going to have a shot to see that team again. And if you are, that means you got a chance to go to a state tournament on the line. And that's one that, you know, you don't – I know you want to win that game, obviously, but if you win two and then you go into that championship game, by a lot of good stuff's got to happen. It's always tough to win that third one. So maybe, you know, the split and the grudge match, and that would make for a lot of drama, hopefully, if we can get there. But yeah, this game, just one of those kind of herky-jerky. If it makes you feel any better, we had some bad internet, so that first half that you said you didn't play very good, we didn't get to watch some of that. But for this team, they have been an overachieving team all year long. And you guys have lost now 3 out of the last 5, 4 out of the last 6 to end the season. How do you kind of go back to work? Of course, you're going to have a short weekend, play on Monday, hopefully get the rest of that week to prepare. What's the kind of message as you try to get things going hot and heavy down the stretch here?
Well, you know, you got to preface that with our league has been really tough this year.
Certainly.
And we got all those teams by about 3 points the first time around. That can't make you tremendously confident to have to play them a second time around. You know, in the league, we had 3 league losses, and then I think it drops down to like 5 or 6 league losses between. It was just everybody murdered everybody, and so. First of all, we got beat by some good teams. You know, if we were getting beat by teams that it's like, wow, we shouldn't get beat by that team. We knew going into a double round robin in the CNC that just muddies things up. You play a team a second time, it gets weird. Now we're going to go into a sub-state where it's going to get even weirder. And, you know, we got to keep doing the things we're doing. You know, we were, you know, Drake Worrell hits that shot lots of times. Kaylin Flaherty I don't know that I'd want, especially the way she was playing tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think I wanted anybody else. That we got the looks really, other than maybe Jada being able to get to the rim, which they were so packed in she couldn't. We got the looks I wanted. They just didn't fall tonight. So we were that close to winning it. Baxter's as good as any team in that sub-state, so we're that close to possibly being able to make a run and get back out to state. But right now that's a long ways off. We've got to come back, focus, and build off of. I thought we played well tonight. I wouldn't say that we played a really great game against Colgan. Being I think everybody that went to that game, we were out of sync, and it was not a good game. So I thought we played a lot better tonight. We just happened to play another good team, and they were the better team tonight.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you coming up here and chatting with us, and we'll talk more on Mondays. Get ready for that sub-state action. You get the chance to host Riverton. Thanks as always, and good luck on Monday.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. It's going to wrap it for our postgame show. Means it's time to kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show as the Girard Lady Trojan men get ready to take on the Baxter Springs Lions. Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. The Trojan men coming in at 15-2, 9-1 in the CNC. Baxter Springs men coming into this ball game at 16-3 and 9-2 in the CNC. And a chance for a CNC title on the line here tonight for the Trojans. Actually, Trojan men are 9-2, so both teams 9-2 in the CNC. It's an outright title on the line here in this game in the CNC. Both teams top two. Trojans are the number 2 seed. Baxter the number 1 seed in Sub-State. Two of the best teams in Southeast Kansas going to hook it up here in just a little bit. We'll turn around. We'll come back. We're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, when we return on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for the backside of our high school basketball finale and doubleheader here of the regular season as the Girard Trojans welcome in the Baxter Springs Lions in this makeup game. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. And, Coach, a a tough game a night ago, 2 nights ago on Tuesday night, as the Trojans made that trip to Colgan to take on the Panthers, and a game where they kind of forced you into playing their game a little bit. And whenever that happens with Colgan, it's going to be a low-scoring affair, and you got to be super disciplined. And that one just came down to a few possessions. As you kind of went back and looked at that one, what were your thoughts on the tough loss to Colgan?
Yeah, you named it right there. I mean, it comes down to just a possession or two, and you got to take advantage of your opportunities, and they were able to take advantage of a couple more than what we were, and that was really the difference in the ball game. Just being disciplined and being tuned in and staying focused that way for the entire game, and they were able to do that a couple more times than what we were. So I thought the kids played hard, thought we executed fairly well, got good looks on the offensive end. Just didn't knock some down that we need to be able to knock down. Give up an offensive board here or there and a couple bad turnovers, and that's really the difference in the ball game. But I thought we started out pretty good. We were very aggressive, and I thought as the game went on, we got a little tight and weren't really aggressive towards the basket. So something we talked about yesterday, and hopefully tonight be a little different team that we're playing. Obviously, they're going to go up and down, and not going to be slow like that. So hopefully we can be disciplined tonight, and we'll get some good looks, and hopefully we've got our legs back under us. That's probably our biggest concern right now, is that we're rested up and ready to go. It's been a long week.
Yeah, probably one of the things that factors into a game with Colgan is the emotional part of it, the momentum portion of things. And obviously that's a tough loss for your crew. It's been kind of a weird part of the season here with some of the weather delays and all that stuff. Mentally, do you feel like these guys are still kind of checked in and still able to continue to go here tonight with 3 games in 4 days and coming off an emotional loss?
I think so. We watched some film yesterday and really just had to walk through the practice and talk a little bit about what Baxter's going to do to us and, what we need to try to do to them. So I think mentally we're ready to go. Physically, we'll see where we're at. We'll see what kind of shape we're in. We haven't been playing very many guys here as of late. Our rotations have gotten a little shorter, but guys are starting to understand, what we need to do to be successful, and hopefully we can be tuned in tonight and have good showing.
Well, it is a different approach to things than it was on Tuesday night with this Baxter Springs team, and a team that you guys fell to. Your first loss of the season came at the hands of Baxter Springs early on in this 2019 portion of the schedule. As you went back and looked at that ball game and preparation for this one, any differences or changes or thoughts on how you're going to approach the Lions to try to knock them off?
Yeah, for sure. Transition. I thought the first half, the last time we played them, really did a nice job. And then the third quarter, they really got out in transition and got to the rim on us. We didn't do a good job of getting that stopped. Some of that was due to us turning the ball over. Some of that was due to us not getting back and communicating. So that would be key for us tonight. If we can keep them out of transition, we know we're going to be right there with them. But we can't let them get out and run. The Reese kid really surprised us last time with his athleticism. We'll be a little more prepared for that this evening.
All right, Coach. Well, it should be a lot of fun, as always, here to wrap up the regular season. Sub-state seeding came out as well. We'll talk more about that after this game. But appreciate your time, as always, and good luck tonight.
All right. Thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, keys of the game, starting lineup, opening tip-off from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, the Trojans, and the Lions tonight on Girard Sports Live.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays, 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
It may be cold outside, but you can stay warm and cozy inside with help from Girard Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. We have a great selection of furniture, including mattresses and sofa sets. And if you need a recliner, this is the place to be. Now is a great time to shop at Girard Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Looking on the Baxter Springs Lions as they warm up for this one, a big-time matchup here in the CNC here in Class 3A. The number 5 ranked Trojans, the number 7 ranked Baxter Springs Lions. BJ Harris, Dale Shireman along with you as we settle in here for this one. The Trojan men, again, coming in at 15-3 on the season, 9-2 in the CNC. The Lions are 16-3 and 9-2 in the CNC. So a win for the Trojans, even up the schedule, and give them a share of the CNC title, or go give them the CNC title outright, rather. That's what's at stake here in this one. The next closest team would be St. Mary's Colgan at 8-3, and so that's what this is right now, a outright CNC championship game. That worked out pretty well, didn't it?
It did.
And then sub-state stuff going on. Let's talk about that when we look at our area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Timekin bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. Only other game going on in the area in the CNC is Columbus is at Southeast Cherokee in a non-conference matchup, but we do have sub-state action coming on next week. We'll be right back at it on Monday as we come back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. That's a host site game. You see that, 6 o'clock. We will host the Riverton Rams on the girls' side. Boys will follow. If you see the boys' bracket, their bottom side of the bracket is the number 2 seed. They'll play Riverton, then look for the winner, hopefully, of Katy Valley or Columbus. That Riverton game is not a pushover. Trojans, they pretty much needed all they had to beat the Rams down there on Monday night. Let's look at your area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper. Time to take a look at our Kim Kravitz photo shot of the game. Kim Kravitz photo is a boutique photography studio specializing in high school, senior pictures, and sports photography. Let Kim capture your memories. Learn more at kimkravitzphoto.com or call 620-704-7474. Look at Dylan Collins. Dylan quiet the other night against Colgan. Need to get him the ball early in the game. He usually good for 1 or 2 of those deep balls. And he's one I think we haven't really seen him red hot yet, but I think he's a guy, if he got red hot, he could be a factor. Trojans were able to hit some threes against this team in that first meeting. First time the Trojans met, that was their first loss of the season. After winning the Wilson County Classic, they came back, first game back, and lost 75-62 in that one. So, boy, take one final timeout here on the pregame show. We come back, we'll have your starting lineups, opening tip-off here from Girard. Trojans and the Lions for a CNC title tonight on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Here we go. Starting lineups brought to you by Jagged Edge. Stylist Carlos Sands, Robin Hawkins, or either the Eddie will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. For the Rams, Kyler Reese, a junior. He had 22 against the Trojans when they met back in January. Number 15, Brant Morris. Number 21, Blake Thiessen, a senior. Number 25, Trey White, a senior. He had 18 in that matchup. And then number 34, Tucker Graves, a senior as well. He had 10. They had 4 guys in double figures against the Trojans that first time. For the Trojans, it'll be Ryder Worrell, 5'11 junior. Caleb Muya, 6'3 senior, held to a season low 10 points the other night at Colgan. Number 12, Dylan Collins, 6'1 senior. Number 50, Evan Troike, a 5'10 senior. And number 55, Carter Doherty, a 6'5 senior. Opening tip-off brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas. Get yourself a beautiful ceramic piece or sign up for classes. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. And opening tip at center court, it'll be Caleb Muya against Tucker Graves. Graves 6'4", 6'5" at range. Yeah, the Trojans will win the toss. That's happened almost every time this season. I think there's one time it did not. First possession of the ball game here for the Trojans. Here's a one for Carter Doherty. Carter, who's struggled offensively here of late with some confidence, steps back and knocks one down. Driving, kick, long one on the way. Shot no good, and a big board by Carter. Outlet for Muya. Here he comes, 3-on-1. Whirl, just a little off the mark from Muya and had to stop that momentum. Trojans have to take advantage of it. The Lions did a really good job in their first matchup. They'll put it on the deck kick, Will Doherty, of stopping that run-outs by the Trojans. Trojans did not have Ryder Whirl in that last matchup either. That was the one of the first games. He was a first conference game he was not in. He didn't play in that Wilson County Classic either. One possession here. Trojans lead it 2-0. And a turnover by the Trojans. Nearly lost it. Did Brant Morris. Trey White off left side. He'll go to Graves. Working on Doherty. Good D by Doherty. Down inside they'll go. Try to force it up. Shot no good. Knocked it out of bounds. Last touched. Going to say it's off the Trojans on the take by Morris. And it will stay with the Lions rather. Trey White in down deep to Morris. Reese with it on the right wing. He was the one who really gave a big boost for the Lions in that first matchup. Facing is Graves. Kick. Swiftly around to White. Back down inside to Graves. At the elbow. Morris. Kick. Good ball movement by the Lions. Elbow. Morris driving. Elevates. No good. Rebound. Muya. Open frame for the Lions. Here come the Trojans. From right to left. Explodes in the lane. Does Caleb Muya. Somehow ends up with the ball and nearly gets the and one. That ball was out of his hands for much of that possession, and then he gets it back and puts it up. He gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for his first free throws. He's been hot and cold from the charity stripe. When he's good, he's real good from the stripe. And he did not go in that game against Colgan. That's all you need to know about that contest. Caleb knocks down the first one. Trojans lead it 3-0. .608 to go here in this one. Caleb makes them both. It's a good sign. Caleb at 35 the first time these two teams met. There's a good move by Reese. He'll slam it down with two hands. Little crossover and go on Evan Troike. And you don't do that on Evan very often. He got him to kind of bite on the fake and threw it down with two hands. An emphatic 2 points to start this game for Baxter for them. 5:41 to play first quarter. 4-2. This Lions team, it's a cardinal sin to call them the Rams in Baxter Springs, I'm sure. Moving screen going to be called against Carter Doherty, his first. But Baxter's longer than you would think, and that, with their athleticism and length, that's where the problems come. You're going to have a team that's tall, or you're going to have a team that's fast, but tall and fast is a tough matchup. There's a three on the way, no good. Rebound, Doherty, take by Thiessen, no good. His first attempt at one. Trojans back with it. Every possession so important in a matchup like this. These two teams' records are similar. These two teams are very similar. That big body matchup between Doherty and Graves down inside. A couple of speedsters with the matchup. Ryder Whirl and Trey White. And here's a foul going to be called on Reese. As a good take there by Dylan Collins takes it right at Kyler Reese. He'll pick up his first personal foul. And an above 80% free throw shooter in Dylan Collins for a chance to get on the board here for him. And he missed it. Collins misses the first one. Here's the second. He did that the other night. Went 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 4-2. Dump off inside for Graves. Kick. Open look for Reese, but closed out by Troike. Reese will elevate from the free throw line, and he makes it. Pretty good basketball player.
He is.
Just a junior. Near steal. He did steal it. Jump the pass. Collins will foul him. Should be on the floor. And trying to come following up is Brant Morris, and he got his hands caught in the net. They're going to give him the shoot, I think. No, they're going to say it's on the floor. The first sub of the ball game for the Lions comes Billy Buck. Out goes Blake Thiessen.
Taking in the game for Baxter, number 31, Billy Buck.
Inbound for White. He'll go up, forces one up. No good. Trojans got to be bit stronger on your rebounds. Caleb is thinking about the run. Here's White. It's a little off the mark, no good. Good rebound by Carter Doherty. Outlet to Collins. Dylan leading the charge. Threw it away. This is bodies hit the floor. Troike, last minute, off to Doherty. Good, the no look. Ladies, they let him play very physical. They're going to call a foul on Troike. He looks at it and says, I got a ball. That's his first. That girls' game was physical. And this one could turn into a melee if they let him play like that. Sends Kyler Reese to the free throw line to shoot 2, and he knocks down the first one. He's got all 5 of their points so far. First sub of the ball game for the Trojans. Henderson checks into the game. Give a break for Dylan Collins. Rattles that one in. Tie ball game. Once again. 66, 6-2-6. 3:41 to play in this first quarter. Round 2, Doherty on the right wing. Didn't get what they wanted. Down inside. Side for Muya. Here's Troike in the paint. He'll drive on Reese. Leader with the right hand. Good. A strong take by Evan Troike. More of that. Graves, Doherty matchup is a good one. Rebound by Troike. He'll lead the vanguard once again. Troike up, contact, and they're going to call a charge. No way that guy made it down there and had his feet set. Not to mention the fact he's underneath the basket too far.
the official was on the wrong side of the half court.
Trailing official. There's an official right here that had the call. That's a second on Troike, and that's a tough one. .309 to play in this first quarter. Off to Graves. Back outside for Buck. Back to Graves. He'll go in on Doherty and get the shot. Carter good not to get his second foul. And we're back to a tie ball game. Off right side for Muya. Collins from deep. Missed it. Rebound pulled out of there by the Lions. Their first real opportunity to take the lead for the first time tonight. Reese will try to do it. No good. Rebound Muya. And he threw it away. Coach puts his hands down towards the floor. Calm down. Every possession counts. We had a game on Tuesday that was that way. This one's already, I would take this game 2 minutes to go in the first quarter over that entire game.
Yeah.
Because this one's been already made way more entertaining. Probably been more shots on goal than the first 3 quarters of that game. Going the other way, behind him. Got to put that ball out in front of him. Another squandered opportunity. Trojans have had a couple here of late. In transition, Trey White knocks it down. And the Lions take their first lead of the game. Here with 1:58 to play in the first quarter. Trojans have had their chances. They have squandered a few here of late. Need a good possession here to stop the momentum. Muya, he'll drive, elevate, tons of contact, no good. Then a foul going to be called. Doherty on the rebound as they rip the ball down at him. That might be Reese's second. It is. Team foul number 3 on the Lions. Trojans will get it underneath the basket.
Number 21, Blake
Thiessen back into the contest for Baxter. Get it into Worrell. He'll set his feet, fire 3. Go good. Missed it badly. A rare miss. He was shooting the ball pretty well. 90 seconds to play here, first quarter. Little help from Henderson backside, but they scoop it off and get it to Morris. And the largest lead now for anybody here is 5. Trojans led 4-0 at one point. Minute 13 to go. Skip pass. Worrell working on White. He'll throw it back outside. Henderson. Off to Collins. Under a minute to play. At the elbow. Carter nowhere to go with it. Trojans long possession here. Be patient. 46 seconds. They may work for the final shot of this first quarter. Little momentum stolen by Baxter. That was a dangerous pass by Henderson. He'll get it back. Over to Muya on the right wing, 21 seconds. Coach barking out orders here for the Trojans. They've held it this entire possession here. 10 seconds. Four seconds. Can they even get a good look at it? Worrell up, just missed it. Not a terrible look. That's the end of one. Trojans led briefly. They're led through half of it. Lions led through half of it. One in the books. We're back for the second on Girard Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
13-8 after one. Trojans trail by 5. They've led by as many as 4 here in this first quarter as we head to the second quarter of play. Backside, nearly stolen away. Ball just didn't bounce their way. Shot up, blocked by Muya. On the take by Riley Bush, who just checked in. Going the other way. Collins off the glass and good. Collins will get on the board. And it starts on the defensive end with the Trojans. Can they stop this high-powered offense and get good looks? Reese. Troike and Reese both back into the ball game. There's the start out in front. Ryder World tracks it down. Layup with the right hand, good. Trojans get the momentum to start this second quarter and pull the game back to within 1. 13-12. 2 defensive stops have led to that. On the left side for Thiessen. High post, elevate for Kyler Reese. Dude is good. That's a next level basketball shot. When you can go away, catch, turn, and shoot from 14 feet out. And with his size, tough to stop. Worrell dribbling through traffic. Last minute, and a foul going to be called on the floor. It might be against White. It is.
Fouls on number 25, Trey White, first personal, Baxter.
Team foul number 4 on the Lions.
Number 15,
Brant Morris going to check back into the ball game. Out goes Riley Bush. There's a shot, no good. Helped out, and a two-hand jam from Caleb Muya. Started with Zane Henderson. Giving a little tap to the ball. That's Caleb's first field goal of the ball game. And there's a rebound. Here come the Trojans. Driving, Muya to the corner. Collins, back, Troike, driving, slashing, layup, no good. Muya with the tip back in and good. Trojans back in front, 16-15. Here was 6:14 to play. Right back for Blake Thiessen. Knocks down a 3. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. That's the way this one's going to be. Back to a 2-point lead for the Lions. Here with 5:55 to play in the first half. Night and day from a Tuesday night game at Colgan. Here's Troike, good movement, up and good. Moving without the basketball. Back to a tie contest, 5:34 to go. 3 again for Thiessen, this time it's no good. Trojans another chance with it. Troike. Worrell, 3 on the way. Good! And a timeout by Coach Hibbler. He didn't like this side, he went to the other side. How about that? Timeout taken by the Lions. Trojans up by 3. We're back in 30. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Line.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays. 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
Ryder Worrell with our Bradshaw Collision Repair hit of the game. A big 3 early on in this one. We hope to have a few more. I'm sure we will. If deer are sliding off of the ice, get a hit on your car like he just knocked down that three. Other way, they're going to answer right back. Take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw for finishing paint. Paintless dent repair, glass replacement, more. Bob Bradshaw Collision Repair, 620-724-7300. They answer right back on a take there by Thiessen. Trojans now lead by 1. Off right side for Muya. Here's a shot up, rolls around, it'll roll in. Collins knocks down a long 2. Trojans back in front. 23-20. It was literally, I think, this score going in to halftime the other night.
Yeah.
Earlier. Actually, it's beyond that. It was 19-18 at halftime. Outside, Thiessen. He'd already knocked down a 3 from there. Into the paint for Morris. He'll take it up, force it up, and a foul going to be called on Henderson. Zane's had some really good minutes here, though, of late. Dale pointed out there to me in the break, 2 of those big shots started with Zane. The rebound and the dunk, that was Zane going up and tapping it over to Muya. I think he was just tapping it to tap it and get it out of there, keep it alive, and boy, did he ever. And Caleb finished it off with an emphatic dunk. Now at the free throw line is Morris, and he'll dink the first one off the back iron, no good.
Back into the Lions, 34, Tucker Graves.
Doherty into the ball game. Graves to check back into the ball game. Carter says, you copying me? I go out, you go out. I come in, you come in. What's up with that? And he gets right on the second one. Here's Troike. He'll lean. Shot no good. Rebound. Doherty up and good. Carter with the rebound. Lions go the other way. Backside. Up and good. On the take by Riley Bush. Back to a 2-point contest here. 3:41 to go. Dump off inside for Muya. Denied. Just a little too long as Morris. Troike, I think, just trying to check that, see if it's there. Outside for Reese. Now he'll have it top of the key. Around to White on the right wing. High post, backside. They lost him again. Blocked by Muya. And he'll go up and put it up. And he'll get it back with Morris. And he'll get his second field goal. Tie ball game again. 25 all here, 3:06 to go. I'm having visions a week from Saturday, the state tournament on the line. Can you imagine?
Wow.
These two teams going at it. Backside, they lost White. Can't give him too much. No look. 2. Oh, and a foul going to be called on Doherty. Be his second. They got it inside to Tucker Graves.
Number 55, Carter Doherty. Second personal. Trojan team foul, number 6.
And Graves will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one's no good. Lions will probably feel like they missed a few opportunities. They've missed some free throws here. Trojans have 2. Haven't been a whole lot of them in the first half of this ball game. Here's the second one from Graves. Missed that one. Rebound Troike. Trojans going to run again. On the right wing. Collins jumping it. Was White. Back over. Nearly lost it again. They'll make you pay. Here's Collins for 3. Good. Dylan Collins. Big second quarter from Dylan Collins. He's got 7 points. 28-25. 2:21 to play in this first half. Graves outside left side for Bush. 2:12 and counting. On the right side looking to drive. Reese nearly walked with it. White wants 3. On the way, no good. Knocked around, and a foul that might be on Doherty. And if it is, it's his third. Oh, my.
Number 55, Carter Doherty. Third personal Trojan team foul, number 7, returning to the lineup for Girard.
Carter, there was some help underneath there, and that's one you just can't have at this point in the first half. Trying to be aggressive, though. It's 1-1 now. Then they're over the limit here. 7th team foul on the Trojans. It sends Morris to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 on the night from the stripe. And he missed it. Rebound, Muya. Here comes Troike. Collins. Oh, he thought about it. Whirl. Both have had big threes in this first half between those two. Henderson needs help. He'll kick it outside for Collins. Showing Muya. He'll face. Screen comes from Henderson. Muya up underneath. Strong forces it. Knocked around. Loose ball. Gathered up. To be determined. Still determined. Now here comes the Lions. They've got numbers. Reese. Kick it. White. 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Off the line. Oh, they're going to call it off of Troike.
Went right down the leg of the Baxter kid.
Tough break for the Trojans.
Number 23, Gabe Muya.
Muya going to get his first minutes. Gabe Muya. That is, Troike will check out. Trojans just aren't the same offensively without Evan on the floor. Here's a White, and he's going to step and cross, and they're going to say it's on the floor, I believe. White wisely trying to fling one up there to try to get a shooting foul. Instead, it'll be a 1-and-1. Muya picks up quickly. About 4 seconds into his playing time, his first foul. And he'll send White back to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. Makes it. He'll pull the Lions back to within 2. Makes it both. Trojans with it. Approaching the 1-minute mark here of this first half. Under a minute. Muya with it. Caleb with it. Hildro into the paint. Elevate. High up. Shot good. Caleb's gotten started a little bit here now in this quarter. There's a 3 by Trey White. And it's back to a tie ball game now. 30-30. 30 seconds to go in this one. Again, and I'll remind you, final score on Tuesday, 35-34. Different day. 12 seconds. Gabe Muya with it, 8 seconds. Gabe nearly lost it. He'll give away to Big Brother with 4 seconds. Caleb gets knocked down. Well, yeah, he walked. He got knocked down to the ground. And so it does run enough time. They're not going to get much of a look at it with 0.4 seconds on the clock. He'll try to get it inbound for White. He'll throw one up. It's about as good a look as you could expect. With that time, we are right back where we started this ball game. But it's a heck of a lot of entertainment. 30-30, your score, the Trojans and the Lions in a CNC championship game. We'll talk about it when we return on the GM Bank Halftime Show, formerly Girard National Bank. New name, but still providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GM Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We'll talk about this one on the GM Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers. Halftime entertainment here from the Trojan dance team. Do a little graduation theme here with the seniors wearing cap and gown or gowns and some sign that we don't get to see apparently. We're on the GM Bank halftime show. The Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. That dude's going to sit there, Dale. He probably asked him again not to bump that camera, but
yeah.
The Trojans right now tied up at 30 in a dandy here. Let's take a look at our Kenara Eye Care Eye on the game. Thanks to the support from their community, Kenara Eye Care has doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kenara Eye Care, the clear choice. Give them a call at 620-235-1737. And we're going to turn the lights off. And the Trojans start out this ball game with the lead. As they start out this game with a lead and lead 4-0 at one point. This game had 1, 2, 3, 4 lead changes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ties. That's a pretty good first half of basketball. Leading the way scoring-wise for the Trojans. 8 points from Caleb Muya. 6 points from Carter Gordy. 7 points from Dylan Collins. 5 points from Ryder Worrell. And 4 points from Evan Choike for the Baxter Springs Lions. 8 points for Kyler Reese. 8 for Trey White. 5 for Brant Morris. 5 for Blake Thiessen. 2 for Riley Bush. And 2 for Tucker Graves for the Baxter Springs Lions. At one point, somebody asked me if I could broadcast the drum line, and I was going to. But that's what you'd see. Not a whole lot. Awful dark. It's cool inside the stadium, but not so much for a home viewer, perhaps. So we'll take another quick break here on the halftime show. We'll come back, talk about that girls game a little bit. get ready to go here in the second half of this one. Trojans and Lions knotted up at 30 on the GM Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Line.
It may be cold outside, but you can stay warm and cozy inside with help from Girard Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. We have a great selection of furniture, including mattresses and sofa sets. And if you need a recliner, this is the place to be. Now is a great time to shop at Girard Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays. 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
Thanks to your support, Kennard Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kennard Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Back in here on the GN Bank halftime show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris, Daryl Shireman here at halftime. 30-30 is your score. This has been a dandy so far. You missed one earlier as the Lady Trojans do fall, though, in a tough one, 35-33. These have been good games That was a hard-fought game as well. Lady Trojans made a charge in the third quarter, tied the ball game at 25-25. Did not ever lead in that second half. It was a one-point game, 34-33, late in the fourth quarter with just seconds remaining, but weren't able to get a good look at one. Actually, Kaylin Flaherty did have a halfway decent one. It was fully guarded, but it had a chance to tie the game. But the Lady Trojans do fall. That takes them out of contention for a CNC title, I believe. But they still will go into the sub-state tournament as a number 1 seed. And again, I have visions of a week from Saturday sitting in Caney Valley calling both these games, doing this exact same thing. That would be fantastic. That's why we do it. Make sure you join us coming up on Monday as we do come back here to the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, as the Trojans, both teams will welcome in the Riverton Rams for a first-round sub-state game. Lady Rams winless on this season. Hopefully Lady Trojans can bounce back against them. It was a 48-40 game when the Trojans played the Rams on Monday. But they came out a little flat, did the Trojans. They didn't have school that day. They hadn't played in a week, and I don't suspect they'll come out flat in that one. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Come back, second half. Coming your way next on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here we go, second half. Same starters to start this second half. For the Lions, it'll be Reese, Morris, Thiessen, White, and Graves. For the Trojans, Worrell, Muya, Collins, Troike, and Doherty. Carter going to have to play smart, certainly in the early going of this third quarter with 3 fouls. Would love to see him get to the fourth quarter with just those 3 fouls. Collins off left side. There's off the body and out of bounds. Troike threw it off the hip of the Morris going out of bounds. And that backside official who has found himself making calls out of position before in this ball game. I think they're going to get it corrected. And they do. Near side official had it. As Evan was falling out of bounds, he threw it off of Morris's legs. So it'll be Trojan basketball. They'll keep it here. Inbound for Doherty. First possession of this second half. 4 lead changes, 5 ties in that first half. Trojans led to start. Here's Collins slashing, elevates, shot up, missed it, and rebound pulled out of there by the Lions. Here they come from right to left. Reese in the paint, going through, to be fouled, and they're going to count it. Now, here's the thing. If that foul's on Ryder Worrell, that's on the floor. If that foul's on Carter Doherty, then it's a shooting foul, and that's what's frustrating. They're going to count it, and they're going to get the lead to start this second half. Kyler Reese with 8 points in the first half. He's in double figures now, missing the free throw. He was 2 for 2 before that. 7:06 to play. Worrell around through Collins. Here's Troike. He'll face, elbow, Doherty, shot, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Lions. Just can't have very many open frames against this team. They will make you pay. It was a third quarter run by the Lions in that first matchup that spelled doom for the Trojans. Loose ball, last touched out of bounds off of Evan Troike. It'll stay with the Lions. And it was fast. Trojans were close in the game, probably tied or within a couple points, and all of a sudden they were down by 15. It was boom. Here's White at the free throw line. He'll step back, Trojans got to close him out. On the left side for Thiessen. Here's the big fella going in. Shot no good with the rebound. Up and in. That Brent Morris has been in the right place at the right time a few times tonight. That was the fact that Carter had 3 fouls. He couldn't defend Graves like he wanted to. So we got a really good look at one. Troike. Troike's matched up man-on-man with Thiessen. I think that's a mismatch for the Lions. I think Trojans need to take advantage of that. Muya driving. Good, and a foul. They're going to call Trey White on it. He gets an extended look from the official. And that was a pretty nifty little screen by Carter Doherty as he was just basically running with Muya, and it was able to clear a little bit of space. Well, you know he had no intentions, and Caleb's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Pulls his game back to within 1. There's a charge. Down inside for Evan Troike. He takes one. Foul's going to be called against Brant Morris. Coach Ibler doesn't like it.
Second personal, Baxter, second half team foul, number 2.
A little chippy in here.
Getting that way.
5:53 to play in this third quarter. Trojans down by 1. Whirl. Outside for Collins. He'll call out a play. Go left side for Muya. Collins will drive past. Oh, he wanted a no-look it off. It was going to have a chance. The big fella leading the charge. He'll give way to Reese. Here's White. Backside for Thiessen. White elevating. He got past Ryder Whirl. He's in double figures with 10. 36-33. Trojans with it offensively. Whirl on the left corner. Muya in the paint. Sliding by. Up and under. Pretty nifty. 36-35. Back to a 1-point contest. 4:47 to go in the third. Morris. Scoop off. Graves. Good. Trading punches right now are these two heavyweights. Free throw line. Carter's going to drive. He'll scoop up with the right hand. Muya's there to try to put it back. Troike get it. He'll put it back. That time it will fall out. Gosh darn it. That was a lid on that thing. A rare flush by Caleb on a rebound. White open too far. Good. And the Trojans, just like that, are down by 6. There's the timeout from Coach Westcott. 4:02, that's how quick they can do it. Just get a little bit complacent on defense, give him an open look, and he'll take it. It's a 30, we'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
There's a little burst from the Baxter Springs Lions I talked about there at halftime. Got to be careful for it. They can get out of hand quickly. It's a 1-point game a moment ago, 36-35, and a 6-0 run right now. Or 5-0 run, rather, for the Lions as they lead it 41-35. Backside Muya, quickly up. Just he rushed it a little bit. He'll go up and around. This time he'll get it to go. Offensive rebounds helping out. 41-37. Dump off inside. Henderson by himself. White from the top of the key. Good. He's starting to warm up. That's his fourth 3 of the contest. He's a 1,000-point performer for the Lions in his career. 44-37. 7 points. The largest lead. Muya up and under. Caleb's starting to get going a little bit too, but his 2s are matching their 3s. 44-39. Again, Caleb at 35 against Baxter in that first matchup. Dump off inside, mismatch they think they've got. Kick back to him. Help comes. Again, you can't get off of him. That goes down. This place goes nuts. And a foul going to be called on Morris. On the rebound.
Foul on number 15, Brent Morris. Third personal. Baxter second half team foul, number 3.
Third team foul. Morris is third, actually. Billy Buck will check in. McCauley going to get his first minutes, I believe. Kane McCauley, a sophomore. Trojans need to take advantage of it right now. Big fella out of the ball game, inside the paint. Keep feeding Caleb Muya. It's the name of the game. Ryder Whirl with it. Well, Trojans be lucky to keep that one alive. They do. We wanted to go to Troike. Crossed wires there. Collins puts it on the deck. Troike spinning. High off the glass and good. Evan Troike pulls the Trojans back to within 3. 44-41. 2:24 to play in the third quarter. This has been a dandy. Reese drive on Troike. And a foul going to be called on the floor, and Evan can't believe it. It's his third. So foul trouble situation. Troike with 3 and Doherty with 3. Rams only one guy with 3 fouls. That's Brant Morris. Riley Bush going to check in for the Lions. Inbound over the top. Turnover. Ryder Whirl. Ryder scoop up and under. He'll go. They laid off of him. He had a chance to take a crack at it. 44-43. Back to a 1-point game. White outside for Bush. He'll scoop off. Wide open look for Reese. No good. Hit the guide wire. Trojans will get the rebound. Chance to take back the lead here after trailing by 7 just a moment ago. Minute 42 to play. Wrap around down inside. Muya, he'll battle, and he'll be fouled. And it's going to be Tri White. If it is, it's his third. Nope, just his second. I think it's his third. It is on White. And it is his third. You like that conversation you just had with myself?
I did.
It was an argument. I won, by the way.
It's the only one you
The only arguments I can win are the ones I have with myself. And I still lose most of those. Caleb knocks it down, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe, and Trojans tied this ball game up for what I believe is the 6th time tonight. Chance to get the lead back. Can't get it. It's a 7-0 run right now for the Trojans. Nearly lost it. White, baseline, up and under, and a foul. Probably going to be on Henderson. They're called on Ryder Whirl. Trey White starting to take over this ball game. He has 10 points in this third quarter alone, 18 for the ball game, 19th forthcoming. Another Manette, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Lions maintain the advantage here, 47-44. Gabe Muya into the ball game for the Trojans. Here's Henderson, Zane, Collins, hand in his face from Reese, lost it, stripped it. Somebody needs to make sure this doesn't go down. Oh, denied. And a foul going to be called against Trey White. That's his 4th. On the rebound. Reese doesn't really ingratiate himself to many fans anyway. And then to be denied by the rim. That's why you don't give up on the play. You keep pushing pressure on him as a defender, and it makes him think just a little bit about it. He had to go to the left side because of that pressure instead of going straight down the middle where he would have easily been able to dunk it. It's the 4th foul on Trey White, though. Trojans need to go right at him next time they get an opportunity. Gabe, White's out of the ball game. Whirl, Henderson, point blank, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound, Gabe Muya. Trojans get another crack at it here with 40 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Muya, 28 seconds to play. .22, they're going to let him work for the final shot, are the Lions. 13 seconds. 8, there's a one-on-one basketball. Muya, 1-on-4 actually. Nope, on the rebound, couldn't get it. Outlet, half quarter. Trying to make up, and he does. They're calling no good. I'd be losing my mind right now if I was Baxter.
Well, this guy in front of me is not going to help me.
They call it no good. I am really, really biased. That was good.
That was good.
Trojans get a break there. End of 3. We're back in 1. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Here we go, 4th quarter in the Dandy. CNC Championship game on the line. CNC Championship on the line, and Baxter going to be stripped. Reese. The Trojans need to take care of the basketball. Every possession counts here down the stretch. Muya, right back, Reese. Troika gets it back. Shenanigans. Collins steps around, he needs help. Muya, he'll drive. Caleb, up. No good, but he is fouled, and Caleb will go back to the free throw line to shoot too. If it's on Morris, it's his 4th. It is. So now, just like that, the Rams do have some foul trouble issues. Brant Morris has 4. Trey White has 4. Caleb Bowie at the free throw line. Made his first 4. He has missed his last 2. Chance to pull the Trojans back to within 2. Missed it. Missed them both. Tough shots there. Trojans need another stop. Off left corner, dump off inside Graves. Little help from Troike. Slide off. Shot up, good. On the take. Billy Buck, his first bucket of the ball game is a big one. 49-44. The Trojans have one more run left in them. They've had a few. Troike trying to start it. Not a great shot. Evan, loose ball, to be determined. Still, Billy Buck ends up with it. Trojans need to settle down a little bit, relax, play good defense. Off left side, right side rather, for Bush. They're going to be very patient here with a 5-point lead. Down inside Graves. Free throw line. Shot no good on the take by Bush. Trojans going to try to run it. Hard pass, one hand. Muya, dunk. That matchup right there, those two young men and the way they work together on senior night, they have done that a lot. We're going to miss the heck out of that. Off left side, Bush. Three, no good. Trojans, chance to tie this ball game up or be up with one. Scoop, Muya, again, he is fouled, and Caleb will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Dylan underruns that one and scoops off. Says, you take it. Caleb needs to get right from the free throw line. Made his first four, has missed his last three. Caleb knocks down the first one. Coach was trying to call a timeout before that, trying to maybe give Caleb a break before he took those free throws. They take the timeout now, though, and we'll take it along with them. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Caleb Muya at the free throw line to shoot his second. Chance to pull the Trojans back to within one. And he does. Sinks them both. 49-48. 6:04 to go here in the ball game. Ryder World playing a little tighter now on Reese. He gave him a couple open looks. Trey White playing with 4 fouls. Scoop around. Off for Graves. White, shot up, is good. A good give by Graves. 51-48. Trojans haven't had a three in a while. How about Carter Doherty make one right here?
I watch him shoot them all the time in warm-ups.
Caleb, drive, spinning, continuation. Shot up, no good. And a rare miss there from in the paint for Caleb Muya. Trojans got to get back on defense. You can't give them a second. They will take advantage of it. Lions aren't going to be in a rush. Here's a three, though. No good. Need this rebound. Over the back. Graves all over the place. Bodies hit the floor. I don't know if you call a foul on anybody on that deal. Collins, Troike catching. They're going to call a walk for it. No arguments here. Just under 5 to play in the ball game. 3-point contest. It's tied at 30 all at halftime. Off left side for Morris. Down inside Graves, working on Doherty. Doherty made it to the fourth quarter with just those 3 fouls. Graves just his 6th point, but it's a big one. 53-48. Troike on the left side. Whirl. One of these 3-point specialists need to make a shot. How about Ryder Whirl on the way? Good! Like I implored him. 53, keeping pace. 51. Graves, kick. Open. Decent. Back to Graves. They'll pull it back out with 4:07 to go. White. Driving, stolen away by Troike. Throw it out to Muya. Here comes Caleb with a chance to tie this. Shot up, good, and he does. 53 all. Started on the defensive end with a steal by Evan Troike. 3:49 to play here in the ball game. White, baseline, and he is fouled on the floor. Probably from behind by Troike. It'll be his fourth.
Foul number 50, Evan Troike. Personal foul number 14.
Here's White to inbound for the Lions. 3:43 to play. Tie ball game. Reese, he's gone quiet. Nearly threw it away to Graves. Back outside to Reese. Kyler Reese had 22 against the Trojans in the first matchup. He's at 10 right now. Probably should have 3 more. Graves, good defense for Carter Doherty. That's a stop. That's all the big fella. Trojans a chance to take the lead back for the first time since halftime. .302 to play. It's tied. Trojans had the lead throughout most of the second quarter. It was tied at halftime, and the Lions grabbed the lead on the first possession. Carter back outside Troike. Troike in the paint, slashing, spinning, scoop off. Muya, put it up, and good. Trojans are in front, 55-53. Here with 2:38 to play in this ball game. Off left side for White. Trojans need a stop. White going to try to do it himself. Open look, Morris. A little off the mark. White, though, with the rebound. Coming from out of bounds. No good. Trojan basketball. This is a chance to take advantage here. Got to go. Collins with it. 2:17 to play. Up by 2. Get a good look at one. You don't have to rush it. 2:10 to play in this one. Oh, Evan had it. Chance to go. 2 minutes to go. Troike crossing over. Evan, kick. Muya, he wants to go. Reese all over him. Back outside they'll go. Collins, 1:50 to play in the ball game. Trojans up by 2. Leading for the first time since they led 30-26. Nearly stolen away. Caleb somehow ends up back with it. Now he's got numbers. Up and under. Dangerous play. Now they've got to run out. Trey White with it. I'd foul him out high. He'll scoop it up. It's no good. Trojans going the other way. Skip pass. Good night. That's a dangerous one. Back out here. Collins. He was going to shoot that. 1:17 to play. 2-point contest. Baxter fans felt like White got fouled. Might have an argument there. 1:06 to play. Up by 2. Now, lazy pass, a rare one. And a shot up ties this ball game at 55 apiece. A lazy pass by a rare mistake by Evan Troike. He ends up in that one. Trojans got to be careful making those long passes. Here's Troike. Out high, 27 seconds. Muya, 20 seconds. Tie ball game. Trojans don't have to do anything. They'll take a timeout. Let the early leavers get out of the way. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
It may be cold outside, but you can stay warm and cozy inside with help from Girard Commodity. Replace your flooring today with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. We have a great selection of furniture, including mattresses and sofa sets. And if you need a recliner, this is the place to be. Now is a great time to shop at Girard Commodity Flooring and Furniture, with stores in Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers. 17.2 seconds to play. Trojans are going to hopefully work for the final shot. Don't want to leave any time on the clock. On your take. Got to take care of the basketball as well. You don't have to take a shot too early, and you don't have to force a pass either. 10 seconds. CNC championship on the line here with 7 seconds. Troika going to take it. Evan blows past him. Kick. Collins with 2 seconds. Dylan, shot on the way. No good. We're headed to overtime. I don't know why Evan doesn't take that shot there.
No.
Now, he was going to be undersized now, and he might get some contact and get a foul call. I think that's the play they drew up to get an open look for Dylan Collins. But we're headed to overtime. Bonus time here in Girard in this CNC championship game. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Well, a couple weeks ago, I was sitting in my living room, jealous of you for doing a 4 overtime game. Here we are in overtime in this one. Regular season is going to go into extra innings as these two teams battle it out. It was tied after halftime, and it was tied at regulation. If that's any indication. Baxter led by 5 after 1. They led by as many as 7 in the third quarter, but the Trojans pulled it to win 3 after 3. Trojans took the lead with 2:40 to go, 55-53. There was not a bucket made until the Lions tied it up late in the fourth quarter. And we'll go to overtime, 55-55, 4 minutes of game time. And the opening tip of this overtime going to be won by the Trojans. They'll have it. I think you stay aggressive. You're the Trojans. Off to Dylan Collins. Troika going to call out the play here on the far side. Directing traffic.
I think you have to take it right at Trey White with the 4 fouls.
That would make a big difference, wouldn't it? They're packed into that zone, it makes it a little tougher. They can protect him a little bit. They got into foul trouble by playing that man. Now they're kind of a matchup zone. Carter going to go right to the heart of it. Baseline. Here's Muya. He'll put it up. No good. Carter Doherty with the putback. Carter with the putback of the Trojans. Other end of the floor. And a foul going to be called. Trojans not in foul trouble. That's a good one. Other than Carter Doherty and Evan Troika has 4. I mean, as a team, they aren't over the limit. That's going to be called on Worrell, his 3rd. Trey White has 4 fouls. He's in there underneath his own basket. Those guys like Troika and Trey White, I wouldn't worry as much about them. They know how they can play. Now, there's always those guys in striped shirts that see things differently sometimes. Dylan Collins has done a better job on Reese here in this second half as well. Morris back around. Trojans did not lead the entire second half. Here's a shot up, no good. Rebound, Muya. Caleb leading the charge against White. White can't play tight defense because he's got those 4 fouls. Caleb Muya gets it to go. Trojans lead by 4, 59-55. Other end. And a foul going to be called on the Trojans. That'll be a shooting foul, so that's going to send Trey White to the free throw line to shoot 2. The foul's called on Collins, his second. Team foul number 6. And that was Trey White. He just couldn't play too tight a defense on that one. But they went right back. That's the Trojans defensively. They have to make those buckets, but they've got to hustle back on defense. White has been perfect from the free throw line. 4 for 4 on the night from the charity stripe. He had 10 third quarter points to give him 18. He's got 21 for the ball game. He had 18 against the Trojans the first time. 59-56. Here's the second one. No good. It'll stay a full possession game here. 2:26 to play in overtime. Off left side for Whirl. Ryder might recognize that he's matched up on White. Now they've gone to a man. They were in a zone to start. Here's Collins. Trojans going to burn some clock. Oh, Kyler Reese knocking over Dylan Collins. I think Dylan trying out for Drama Club. Ryder off the Troika. We're under 2 to play. Trojans up by 3. 59-56. Off to Muya, left wing. Starting 5 in the ball game for both teams. Troika. Long possession. Shaking off. He'll drive. Up and under. Scoop with the right hand. Good. On the take. Evans stretched him out. And now the Trojans are up by 5. Driving is White. A foul going to be called on the floor. Doesn't matter. It sends him into the bonus. And so Trey White will be shooting 1-1. They've got the matchup with White on Muya. And that's a mismatch a little bit on Caleb because he's just not quite as fast as Trey White is. White again is 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. 1:25 to play here in the ball game. And he makes the first one to get the second. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Hibbler. We will take it along with him. 1:25 to play here in this ball game. In overtime. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
The best place for your pregame or postgame meal is Bender on 7. The Bender has quickly become Girard's favorite restaurant with incredible specials like the famous Taco Tuesdays. 3 tacos for $1. Wednesdays, try the adult grilled cheese. Thursdays is chili dog day. And of course, Friday, game day, is steak tips after 5. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and grab a seat at the Bender on 7, where they're streaming Girard Sports Live right now. Bender on 7. Order now. 620-724-4860.
Minute 25 to play here in overtime. 61-57, Trojans up by 4. Trey White at the free throw line to shoot his second of a 1-1. 22 points in the ball game for White. He's been about it here in the second half for the Lions. Quarterback, main guy on basketball, probably one of the best baseball players as well. Shot up and good. And that's saying something. Baxter, they take their baseball pretty serious down there. 61-58, back to a 3-point contest, minute 21. If I'm the Trojans, I hold it and force them to foul you. Ryder will hand it off for Muya. Caleb out high, working against Reese. It's a fun little matchup. Here's Troika, minute 6. Outside for Caleb. Reese. Doherty. And a foul going to be called on Graves. They foul Carter, going to put him at the free throw line. His first free throws in the ballgame. He's got 8 points here in the contest, does Carter Doherty. Chance to make this a 2-possession game, though, here with 57 seconds to play as Carter. It'll be a 1-1. Around a 69-70% free throw shooter is Doherty. Doesn't get a lot of chances. And the first one's up. No good. Troika, though, with a rebound. That's a big rebound there for the Trojans to get the ball back and get a chance to make them foul you one more time. Here's Muya, Caleb, kick. Collins back around to Troika, 42 seconds. And they're going to foul Ryder Whirl. And they were tracking Ryder for whatever reason. Ryder has not shot well since he came back off injury from the free throw line, but he's an 82% free throw shooter on the year. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Hibbler. He's got to draw up the final 37 seconds of this one. If the Trojans go by 2 scores, what do you do? If they don't, what do you do? Timeout at the 30, we'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
.8 seconds to play here in this game. Some of the Baxter faithful, not so faithful, in the final 37, starting to try to get a jump on that traffic down Highway 7.
Well, we do have 2 flashing stop signs.
Yeah,
gets jammed up a little bit.
That's right. Ryder Whirl's going to be at the free throw line to shoot. 1-1. 3-point lead. Ryder can make it a 2-possession game. Little brevity or levity there at the free throw line. Official had a good knock-knock joke for Ryder. Big shots here from the junior. Good. That's the guy one of the guys I would want at the free throw line. On the floor right now, he would be the one probably. Ryder's thought of this moment. And he's probably shot as many as anybody out there. Big ones. Big ones from Ryder Whirl. 63-58. Trojans need to stop right here. White's going to throw one up, and he'll be fouled. Trojans at some point just need to bail off of him and let him just go running crazy underneath there. That was never going to have a chance. I know it's hard to know at the time, but are you keeping track of him? Because he can cover some ground.
He can run.
And so White will go to the free throw line. 5 for 6 on the night from the stripe. And he makes the first to get the second. It's going to turn into a free throw shooting contest. Graves is going to come back in. Nope, that's not Graves. McCauley, rather, is going to check back into the ball game. Out goes Morris. McCauley's got fouls to give. Morris does not. Here's a second one by White. Up and good. Back to a three-point contest. Another timeout taken by Coach Hibbler. 63-59, 63-60 rather, is your score. We'll keep it right here. Don't forget to join us coming up on Monday as the Trojans host Riverton in a first-round sub-state. Take a look at that girls bracket. Lady Trojans, the number 1 seed in the tournament. They'll take on Riverton, a winless Riverton team. Lady Trojans reeling just a little bit, and they have lost I think 1, 2, 3, 4 out of their last 6 have the Lady Trojans. So struggling just a little bit, but they got a good draw on that side of the bracket. You got to wonder who Cherryvale and Caney Valley, who they played this year. They both have winning records, but oops, that's not where I wanted to go. And then there's the boys' side. Baxter the number 1 seed, Trojans the number 2 seed. I still think the Trojans maybe got a better draw there. But all that will be determined. We'll play the first round games here on Monday, 6 o'clock tip-off. We'll be right on time because that'll be the only games, no JV games beforehand. And then hopefully both teams win. We'll start making our treks to Caney on Thursday and Friday. See what happens about Saturday. Trojans basketball. 33 seconds. Get it into Whirl. And they will foul Ryder and send him back to the free throw line. Trojans were drawing it up to get him the ball. Trojans need to make their free throws, and they're going to have a chance here. So they put in Abbott for his first minutes some of his first minutes. He picked up his first personal foul. And Ryder with a chance back to stretch it back out to a 2-possession game. Can't do it on the first one. He'll get a second because they're in the double bonus. Ryder with 9 points in the contest. Remember, Ryder wasn't in that first matchup with Baxter Springs. He's been a difference maker. Here in this one. Big shots here from the junior. Makes it. Big shot there. We'd like to have them both. White shot up good. And Hibbler with what appears to be an endless supply of timeouts. He'll take the timeout. We'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Coach Hibbler had him sit down on the bench, and officials came over and said, all you have is a 30. So I think he thought he had a minute. Conversation between him and Kyle Krotz there for a moment, I think, trying to figure out what they wanted to do. Again, the Trojans are going to try to get it in bounds. I think Coach has got some timeouts, so if they don't get it right away, he can call it. That's what he'll be waiting on. They want to get the ball in the hands, I think, of Ryder Whirl again, or Dylan Collins. And they'll foul Dylan with 23.8 seconds to play. Those are your two 80% free throw shooters on this team. A little more pressure now on Dylan to make them both and make it back to a 2-possession game. Dylan has not been shooting the ball all that great from the free throw line, though. He's missed his last 4 dating back to last Tuesday. Good time to get off the schneid. I was trying my anti-jinx trick there, Dale.
That's right.
It worked. If I'd have said he made his last 4, he missed it. I said he missed his last 4, he made it. Heck of a time to be superstitious. They need to deny the basketball to Trey White. The only way to really stop him, I think, right now at this point is to not let him have the basketball. They almost do. They try to do it. White'll make some ground. He's trying to get a foul. He is fouled, but he misses the shot. That was way out here. Coach says he's jumping into him. Trey White, savvy dude.
Gonna get 3 shots at it, though.
Oh, I don't think so. That wasn't a 3, was it?
You get 2.
2 shots. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was inside that. 19.7 for White. He's getting tired. It's been all him in the second half. Kyler Reese has 2 points. Brant Morris has 2 points. And Tucker Graves has 2 points. Billy Buck with 2. That's it. He's got all the rest.
Yeah.
So it's been a one-man show a little bit in the second half, and that is taking its toll on Trey White, I believe. He will make the second. Four, 6, 10 points from everybody else. Coach calls that timeout I was talking about. They did a better job defending that. Did the Lions. It's been as long of a overtime as the second half, I think. Recap this one. Trojans jumped out and led 4-0. Lions would tie it at 4. Trojans would hold the lead until late, but a 3-point bucket, it would be tied at 8. A 3-point bucket with 2 minutes to go would give them an 11-8. They would lead 13-8 after 5. Trojans would grab the lead back 16-15 with 6:15 to go in the first half. Lions would get it right back, another 3-point bucket. That time again by Trey White. It would be tied at 18. Trojans would lead 21-18. Trojans would lead throughout the duration from that point on. As a timeout was called with about 2.5 to play. but then it would be tied up at halftime 30-30. Lions would grab the lead to start the second half 32-30. They would have that lead going into the fourth quarter. They led 47-44, but the Trojans would get the lead after the game got tied at 53, 55-53. It was tied 55 all after 4 quarters of play. And then the Trojans grabbed the lead to start this fourth quarter on a 2-point bucket by Caleb Muya. Carter Doherty made another 2-point bucket, made it 59-55, and the Lions have been trying to dig out of that deficit ever since. It's a 3-point game right now. And Dylan Collins, who just made his last 2, will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Catches the front iron, no good. This next one's a big one. Again, this thing gets tied again. It's game on. Coach has 1 timeout remaining, I believe. There's a shot from Collins. Overcorrected and left the first one short. Here's White. Down by 3. Kick it. Here's a shot. A little off the mark. No good. Rebound, Muya. Caleb with the rebound. He'll try to dribble this one out. Scoop off Troike. Off left side. They're not going to foul. Now they will foul with 2 seconds. Coach Hibbler beside himself. Why his team wouldn't foul in that situation is beyond me. Trojans have not been real consistent. They wanted the shot to Blake Thiessen. Why, I don't know. Trey White's been your guy. And now with 2.2 seconds, they're going to send Dylan Collins back to the free throw line. And we'll miss the last part of this game because everybody's going to clear out of here. And we tried it being up in the upper deck, Dale.
Once. We're going to try it once, and this is going to be it.
Lions take a timeout, see what they can try to figure out. If they miss a free throw, miss 2 free throws, what can they do? It's a full. We'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
.2 seconds left in the ball game. Trojans with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Dylan Collins at the free throw line to shoot 2. And if he makes one of these, I'm not going to say it's all over, but it'll definitely give him a better chance. If he makes 2 of them, it gives him a real good chance. This is a big game. CNC championship game is what this has been. Rarely does it come down to the last game of the season. Only conference game in the conference tonight. And Dylan Collins at the free throw line, and he makes the first. Dylan stepping up. 3 out of 7, but the 3 he's made have been in the fourth quarter. How about the 4 he's made? And coach takes his final timeout. No, that's the end of it. They let the time run out. The Trojans come back in this one in the fourth quarter, tie it up after trailing all of the second half. They tie it with 2:40 to go at 53 apiece. Or they took the lead, rather, 55-53 with 2:40 to go. Tied at 55, went to overtime, and the Trojans took care of business as they win it 68-62. They're CNC champs, 68-63 rather. CNC champs, and we will go on to Sub-State, where I would not be the least bit surprised to see that team again. Final score, 68-63. Trojans are winners. We'll talk about it next when we kick off the Leah Smith Agency postgame show. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, bringing 10 years of industry experience back to her hometown. Call 620-670-4590 to find out more. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Trojans are winners of the CNC as they knock off the Lions 68-63 to redeem themselves from their early season loss to them. We'll talk about it next on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Line.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent in Girard is Leah Smith. Leah is excited to bring more than 10 years industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri back to her hometown. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options, whether it's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. Give Leah Smith a call today at 620-670-4590. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, grid and soil sampling, custom and variable rate application, and more. Raise the bar and make this year the most profitable yet. To learn more, visit them online at girardcoop.com or call the Agronomy Center at 620-724-8372. Producers Co-op, working for you.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about My Mobile Money and mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Back out here on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harrisdale Shireman as the Trojan men. That would have been not fun to get swept here on senior night. Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight in what was a dandy 35-33. Blood pressure's been up most of the night, but starting to come back down here. The cappuccino Dale got me before the game started didn't help with the blood pressure, obviously, but this exciting night has certainly been a big piece of it as the Trojan men come out of the locker room to celebrate a CNC championship. As the Trojans will move to 16-3 and 9-2, 10-2 rather, in the CNC. The Lions fall to 9-3 in the CNC, and that's the difference between the championship team. The Lions will look at a loss in the early season to Columbus that it probably would like to have back, and if they do, then that's a different story here tonight. But the Trojans outright CNC champions here. Take a look at our final numbers. Final numbers brought to you by the Bender on 7. Everyone's headed to the Bender for another great post-game celebration. Grab your friends and head to the Bender for a late-night snack and some fun. Bender on 7, Girard's favorite hangout. Dine in or call 620-724-4860 for a carryout. This one started out fun. It was 4-0. 4-0. Trojans led early on. It was tied 4-4, tied 8-8. 13-8 was the score. Baxter grabbed the lead to end the first quarter. Baxter led after the first quarter, and they led at the third quarter. It was tied at halftime, and it was tied at the end of regulation. This was just a dandy, a great ball game. But the Trojans in overtime do enough to win it. In overtime, they make 7 of 10 free throws in the overtime period. That proved to be enough to win it. Just holding them off down the stretch. Again, final numbers. First for Baxter and leading the way and scoring 27 points for Trey White in this contest. He did his part. Didn't get a ton of help from everybody else. Kyler Reese ended with 10, but Reese did not have a bucket in the fourth quarter or overtime. 6 points from Tucker Graves, 2 points from Riley Bush, 2 points from Billy Buck, and 7 points from Brant Morris. For the Trojans, leading the way, 24 points from Caleb Muya. Caleb also went 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 10 points from Ryder Worrell, 11 points from Dylan Collins, including 4 of 6 from the free throw line in overtime. 8 points from Carter Doherty and 6 points from Evan Troike as the Trojans win this one. Final score again, 68-63 to win a CNC championship. Trojans move to 16-3 and 10-2 in the conference. We'll come back and talk with the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, when we return on the Leah Smith Agency postgame show on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.